Can you guys believe that 2K still hasn't responded to this scandal, even though Scribner and the Washington Post pretty much aired them out? As we all know, the My Team game mode is a huge moneymaker for 2K, but players just aren't having it right now. The way players see it is, why spend money in the My Team game mode when you could just wait for the next exploit and get everything for free? We got a lot to go over in today's video. As you guys know, I don't like to waste your time, so we finna get right into it. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can. And before we get into the controversy, let's bring up the spirits, especially for the new year, man. I know a lot of folks have New Year's resolutions, and I know we're all out here trying to be better than we were the day before. And in the spirit of the holidays, in regards to New Year's resolutions and all that good stuff, I would like to reference this post from Khan that Joe Knows ended up responding to. Khan said, "Everyone included, please brag to me about a thing you did in 2023 that you were proud of." Joe Knows responded saying, "Got inducted into my college's athletic hall of fame. Salute to the good homie Joe Knows. Big goals accomplished. Bought another property worth over $1 million. There's levels to this, y'all. And sometimes we get stuck in our own little world, with the horizon being our ceiling. Oftentimes we just gotta expand past those horizons. Hit 300 million YouTube views. Super dope for Joe Knows. Watched my wife and kids enjoy a beyond blessed life." Man, that makes my hair stand up. Salute to you, Joe Knows, for setting new goals for folks out there. We got a lot of people out there whose biggest goal is being the best 2K player. And if you guys are looking to be different in 2024, gotta live different. In this next segment, probably the biggest scandal in 2K in regards to the My Team game mode, Scribner sent out this post saying, "No official word or apology or make right. It's disappointing. 2K is known for making a mistake and then fixing it, but then saying nothing about it." Scribner, a feature reporter for the Washington Post, dropped a bombshell of an article explaining in great detail what happened with the My Team scandal on 2K24. If you guys would like to read the entire article, I'll have a link in the description below. You guys could just click on that. In this next segment, I want to talk about this Troyden post. He says, "What in the world?" and put a picture of Dwight Howard's profile. Now, I spent a little time trying to figure out what was wrong with this image and why Troyden will put "what in the world." If you guys could figure out why Troyden mentioned "what in the world," please let me know in the comment section below. I thought it was just a good fun moment. Do you guys think Troy was trolling Dwight Howard for his banner? Maybe it was the "be great at D12 above the rim," or maybe it was simply that Dwight Howard decided to follow Troyden. You guys let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section. Now, there's a bunch of NBA vets that haven't made it into 2K, and there's a good reason why, because 2K is not giving up that bread. I would like to reference this post from Dykeman City responding to Say Cheese. Say Cheese posted, "Rasheed Wallace isn't in NBA 2K because they only pay vets $10K to be in the game. Rasheed Wallace wanted $125K, but they refused to pay it. 2K makes hundreds of millions a year." Dykeman City ended up responding saying, "Charles Barkley said once they give every retired player $2 million, then he'll be in 2K. Do you guys feel like 10K is enough to use the likeness of a veteran player on 2K? I think 10K may be a good starting point, but I certainly believe there should be some royalties involved in that, where they get paid for every single sale. That is, if 2K is not willing to pay out a large sum. I imagine 10K for a lot of these veterans is like pocket change to them. And I commend a lot of these vets for taking a stand and saying, hey, my likeness is my being. And I'm sure that goes across the board for anybody attempting to use the likeness of an NBA vet. They just gonna have to come up with more bread if they want to use them. In this next segment, I want to talk about how the AIs are so goated on 2K24. A huge difference from what they were in 2K23. In 2K23, they were absolute trash. And we had the man in one of our Twitter spaces earlier in the year, the person who develops the AI, the Czar. And while he was in our Twitter space, I had mentioned to the Czar, hey, the AIs in 2K23 were the worst I had ever seen by far. The Czar's explanation that he typed out was basically 2K24 was the first year that they were able to fully dive into adjusting these AIs, and it's actually noticeable. But are the AIs just too good for their own good, too good for the game? I would like to reference this message from Anlo Mo. He says, so I decided to make a new build for Christmas, 89 overall and bum wreck, and this is what 2K invites the season. Shaking my head, 30-point AIs. Mind you, they're the only ones hitting threes. I swear it's terrible out there with randoms. themselves. Man, it must be a nightmare with randoms, but ain't nothing worse than the AI carrying the whole team. How many times you guys seen that out there? I've seen it a ton of times. Swante ended up weighing in on this, saying, another debate I've completely settled. AI being broken has now proven to hurt the majority of the player base. So if you still choose to be ignorant and spew nonsense, I just don't know. Anyone can sound good talking in a room by themselves, but if you can't defend your thoughts, nothing you say holds no weight. And this is in response to a previous post where Swante says there's no way the 2K community is fine with the AI shooting better than 80% of 2K players. He also goes on to say that the AI is better than 70% of 2K players. Why is this still like this? If you play with randoms, you can really see this. And that's where we notice it when we get into squads rec. We see players quit out and one player staying on a team with 4 AIs, and he's dotting the AI like if they're just really good teammates. He probably appreciates them more than he did his actual teammates who quit out. The good homie Brutal Sim weighed on this as well, saying we got to be careful what we ask for, because we asked them to tone down the AIs, we might get 2K23 AIs, and I definitely don't want to go back to that. Do you guys feel like the AI needs an adjustment? Are they just a little bit too good on 2K24? Y'all sound off in the comment section. And while we're on the subject of Swante sharing his thoughts, let's talk about Josh sharing his thoughts about Swante. I would like to reference this post from Josh saying Swante gotta be the weirdest dude in this community. I never been nothing but respectful in his chat. I load up Twitch and see that I'm banned. He probably banned me for calling him out on his BS of spreading misinfo about affiliations. Didn't Swante and Ja have a debate about this? I thought that was all hashed out. As you guys see, Ja ended up posting the image showcasing that Swante did indeed ban Ja from his streams. And while we're on the subject of streams, that leads me to a perfect segue for a lot of players and a lot of content creators view botting on their streams and running reruns of their streams. Let me ask you guys something. Would you go on to a stream for a rerun? You go and type in the comments and nobody responds. And on these same reruns, you see about 100 people in the stream. You're thinking, hey, this is impossible. This can't be a rerun. But the creator that you're watching is not even there. And he's certainly not acknowledging the chat. Now, this all really sucks for the viewers. Some people might want to see reruns, but I can't understand the logic of a rerun if you could just go to the older stream. Content creators out there just trying to cash out at your expense. And it's understandable in a certain way. If it works for you, it works for you. But if it doesn't, usually what would happen if you're running reruns of your streams and you got view bots, you're really just only hurting yourself as a creator, because the whole idea of running a live stream is to get more closely connected to your viewership. It's the idea of creating a more intimate environment for your viewers to get to know you better. And I think folks are losing sight of that whole idea. A lot of creators just aren't looking at the long-term effects of having reruns and view bots on your streams. Hopefully they get it together, because for every time that you have a rerun or your view bot in your streams, content creators are pretty much sacrificing the opportunity to build upon and build with your audience. And some people in the community are just frustrated with going to folks' streams and seeing reruns. So much so that Ja sent out this post saying, tonight I expose all y'all for view botting on Twitch. I don't give a F. You can view bot, I don't care, but you're still getting exposed. Looks like Ja is on a mission to expose a lot of creators in the 2K community. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all be sure to sound off in the comment section below. And in the Slack segment, I would like to reference a post from Laker Fan. And this is something that we've talked about throughout the years, how it would be beneficial for 2K to add something like this. Laker Fan says, would be fire if 2K will let you add a set amount of latency to your shoot around to match online modes. In my opinion, this is a game changer for a lot of people. This means that you could practice for the mode that you play most often. As it stands right now, each game mode has a different latency from park to rec to pro-am. And there is nowhere on the game that you could adjust your latency or practice in an area that has a very similar latency. If you go to the Gatorade training facility, it's a different latency than what you would experience in rec or pro-am. If you go to Lethal Shooter or your team's practice facility, that's certainly a different latency than what you would experience online. In a game where timing your shot comes down to the millisecond, how is it we don't have an area where we can practice timing our shot? It just seems like a system that's setting us up for failure. Would you guys really like to see something like that in my court, where you could adjust the latency and sliders for the game mode that you most often play? Salute to the good homie Laker Fan for sharing his thoughts. An absolutely amazing idea. Hopefully 2K takes this into consideration. We will be going live a little later on today to talk some more about this stuff. Hopefully you guys could tune in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.